Hi folks, just come to talk about the problem of evil. Scholars like Bart, Ehrman, New Testament scholar and textual critic in America, and skeptics as well, will accuse the Bible of being immoral because of the doctrine of hell, etc. But the question is, where do they get the standard to be able to say that such and such a thing is wrong, whether in the Bible or anything else? Where is the moral standard? Where do they get these absolute morals from? So when a skeptic, or when someone, an agnostic like Bart Ehrman, comes along and says the Bible is immoral because of the doctrine of hell, etc., then they have to provide evidence for where they get their moral base and why they are justified in saying that. The answer to that is there is no answer from the skeptic or from Bart Ehrman or anybody like that, because there is no objective standard of morality that they can provide. And if they can't provide an objective standard of morality, then why are they saying, objectively speaking, that the doctrine of hell is immoral? They have to borrow from a Christian worldview in order to make the statement. They have to borrow from an absolute kind of morality to be able to critique the Christian faith. This double standard by agnostic and skeptics is rife. It's schizophrenic, it's unscholarly, it's dishonest, it's anti-intellectual, and it's a total disgrace, because you're not actually facing the truth that you have no philosophical basis to be able to say that the Bible's doctrine of hell is immoral, unless you're able to provide the foundation of why you can say that this is right or that's wrong. Now, a couple of stabs will be given. One will be that, well, we can see harm and well-being played out objectively in human beings. We know if a human being is set alight on fire, objectively we know that that's wrong. If we see a human being happy, objectively we know that that's right, and so we can work on that objective base. Well, there's two problems with that. Number one, it regards morality as function and not in essence. The problem with that is that just because you can talk about a morality in function, if you've not got a morality of essence, you have no function. In other words, if you do not have value, or why things are valuable within your ethical system, function does not solve the problem. So you have to have a philosophy of value, and skeptics are not able to provide that. That's the first problem. The second problem is that what you say is well-being and what you say is non-well-being is arbitrary and subjective. One person might like whipping themselves and think that that's good. Another person might say that that's not good. Some people say, well, that's doing me well-being. Some people say that that's not doing well-being. So it's still subjective. That does not solve the problem. The other one is that morality is a social convention, from social structure. If that's the case, then that's subjective, because one social structure is just as good as another one, depending on where you live. So there is no objective foundation for morality within the skeptical community. And Jean-Paul Sartre said, if there is no God, then there is no objective morality. So basically, you need to be intellectually honest, and you're not. Thank you for listening, and take care.